All right, push that button. Let's go live. I'm live. I'm actually live. Can you believe it? I am doing live television over the entire internet. Oh my goodness. This is wonderful. Hey, it's Friday night. And do you know where your camera is? Yeah, you do? Well, what have you done with it lately? Tell me. Tell me what you've done with it. Sly is here, Mr. Camera Junkie is here, Scotty's here, and it says Peter is here. I must have shown up somewhere along the way. Well, here I am. Yay! So it's 10 o'clock on a Friday night. Do I have it all together? No, I never have it all together. Do you? Do you have it all together? Really? Okay, no problem. Give it a thumbs up if you've got it all together. Do a thumbs up, okay? Do a thumbs up if you don't have it all together. That means we'll have everybody. All right, so let's make sure I have levels. Yep, my green is running, and that means people can hear me, and I need to turn on the revolving cameras. The Peter's sitting camera. Okay, so that'll start us off with the Nikon Z6. I did annoy all the cameras just to try to get the colors a little bit better, because I worked so much on the Panasonic, I ignored the other ones. And then when I did the live show, not the live show, the recorded show on the big channel, it was kind of like, whoa, that was off, maybe just a little bit, you think? So anyway, I think I got them in a little bit better shape again. Let me try to get these things running. So let's start with the hellos. Scotty, it's gluten-free. What does that mean? A taco bar. Okay. The corn tortillas. Lettuce. Is that corn shells? Is that the same thing as corn tortillas? Lettuce, tomato, cheese, and Mexican street corn dip. Add a lollipop. Oh, a dollop. I'm sorry. I got candy on my mind. I need Halloween. Hurry, hurry. A dollop of sour cream and enjoy. Bring your own burps. So you guys are going to, I'm not burping you. You're going to have to, according to Scott, you got to bring your own burps. Okay. So, Mr. Camera Junkie, how you doing, Lewis? Love you, buddy. How's Aiden? Hi, Aiden. I love you, Aiden. How's things going? You playing with your toys? You playing with your toys, Aiden? Is that what you're doing over there? Okay, good. I'm glad. Does this mic get any closer? No, it doesn't. So let's just hope for the best. Let's hope we are loud enough. Well, I can always just turn the volume all the way up and aim it towards me. So Sly is in the house. Sly. Oh, what does she say? Chicken, lickin', dickin', sickin' dinner. Something. Second dinner. I have two dinners. You ever have a two dinner? Happy Friday, everybody. I'm here and listening, but trying to get set up for tonight. Just turn the cameras on. No, you got to wash your hair. So I did wash my hair. Looks a little dry. I wonder what I should put on it. Too bad David's not in here. I could ask him. David, if you're listening, what do I put on my hair so it doesn't look so damn dry? Okay, just like if I pull it up, it'll stay. Somebody told me just to add a very little dab, a small dab, little, smaller than that, of the hair conditioner, and just run it in and then blow dry it and style it. Now, I don't know if that's true or false, but I trust David, so I would trust his answer. So Jim is here. Good evening, Peter. I meant to get in contact with you just to keep track of you and see how you're doing on your new journey. I'm guessing that you're at home, but you could be out. Well, that's not much of a guess then, is it? All right, never mind the guess. I'll just ask. But it doesn't matter. As long as you're here, you're enjoying yourself, and I enjoy having you here with me. You're a fun guy to talk to on the phone. Actually, all of you guys, whoever I do talk to, you're excellent. Okay, so let's calm down. I get excited when the show starts, you know. I get excited and I think, that I have the microphone turned on. The shirt is creeping up, but that seems to be a standard feature here. The shirt, it pulls up and comes down. Then it pulls on my collar, and Peter don't like that. And stop talking in the third person. But what I do like is water with a little bit of sweet tea in it. I like 2 tablespoons. It gives the water like a little bit of a sweet taste. I like sweets. That's my problem. So when you listen to these jackasses that are doctors, sorry, I mean that in the nicest way. I mean that in a biblical way, okay? There is a donkey in the Bible that talked because the man was doing something wrong and God had the donkey tell him. So that's in effect a jackass talking. So a lot of these doctors are basically donkeys that are talking, and that basically makes them a jackass. So I'm not being nasty. It sounds nasty, but it's cool to think about it like that. Unless you have a favorite doctor in that case. Speaking of favorite doctors, Charles is in Miami, and I wanted to get together with him, but we've got these people running around the house because we got a hole in the roof in the garage. And I just don't trust them. So I kind of like follow them, stay there. I actually sit in the room downstairs, and the internet is very weak. But if I go up in the kitchen, or if I go do potty, if I go pee, okay, I might get a phone call because Charles did call right at the right time. And these guys, I tried to send them to Wendy's. They were ready to do lunch, but they don't speak hardly any English, so they wanted a Cuban restaurant. I should have asked Charles. I had him on the phone. So I just sent them to Pollo Tropical, which is like a chicken, a Latin chicken style. So Jeff is here from way far, far away. Way far, far, far away. How you doing, Jeff? I love you. Hi, all on Saturday in Down Under, and happy Friday in USA. Yeah, that's the way the Latin people talk here. You know, LA Fitness, that big gym that costs $100 a year. Well, if you ask them the name of it, it's not LA Fitness. It's La Fitness. I kid you not. So I'm guessing USA, Jeff, is USA. So anyway, how you doing, Jeff? Good to see you. And Jim is home. He was in Fort Lauderdale for an event this week. Loving the new gig. Excellent. That's what I want to hear. Next time you're in Fort Lauderdale, grab an Uber, come down for lunch, bring it with you so you don't have to wait. You're coming in the door with lunch. No, I'll be glad to make lunch. I'm not trying to get out of that. But I would guess that you're really tied up for time and you actually have none. So it's like, let's sit down and eat. Goodbye. Okay, so you're welcome. You're welcome to come. Just so you know, just so you know, you're welcome to come. And if you have a camera, bring it with you. So Roy is here from his winter time. Hi, Peter. Hi, Roy. Love you, buddy. How's things going? When we do roll around to the Nikon, I actually think, here we are. I think I can point and go like that. And it doesn't go and refocus on my hand. Because Roy said, Peter, you need to put that a very restricted area. So it's a red box. Where am I? It's a red box. And you can move that red box around. So I have it shoved all the way up to the top as high as it'll go. And it basically stops a little lower than this chicken neck over here. And therefore, I could be a little bit Greek. See, now this guy, once I learned how to work this, and I have to make a video on that. You know what I'm having a problem doing? I need to record the back of the camera so I can show the people what I'm doing. But the camera is up against the wall. So I think I'm going to have to talk like I'm making the switch or making the, I have to, the correction that you got to make in this camera is you've got to be able to operate the eye and face. You got to be able to turn that on and off. Very, very much like the Sony product showcase. If you turn on the Sony product showcase, it actually turns off the eye and the face detection, but it keeps the regular focus going, meaning whatever the closest thing is, that's what it's going to focus on. That's what the cameras used to do before we got face detection and eye detection. It would just focus on whatever the largest, closest subject is. So see, if I broach the area, I've got this also. No, on this one I have it on face priority. Okay, so if I violate the face, it goes to the hand. Talk to the hand. The ear is not listening. Okay, so I forgot what. So I have to show that, and I don't know. I think I got a mental block. I need to show me making the changes, and I can't quite figure out how to do it. You cannot do it by HDMI out, okay? And the reason for that is it'll only show me certain things, but it won't show people what's going on in terms of the autofocus. That doesn't get pumped out the HDMI. I mean, the camera settings, all that definitely will, okay? But I need to show them, you need to go here, you need to go there, blah, blah, blah. So on and so forth. I'm just sharing that with you. Maybe if I talk it out a little bit, it'll actually come to my mind a little bit better. So sometimes it's a good thing to talk it out. So Randy is saying, hello, everybody. I was just going to tell everybody you went out for dinner. Randy's not here tonight. Randy went out for a dinner, and that sounds good. And I hope that he had dessert. Like I'm talking like he's not here, but he is. There, he just made the comment, unless he's sitting at dinner. That's possible. He might be sitting at dinner. So Roy is saying hi to Randy. Randy is smiling, acknowledging. Roy says, I'm just trying to hide. Oh, I'm just hiding on the chat to hide from my wife that wants me to go pick up some chairs. I know that feeling. You're having a party. Did you rent some chairs? Or is it something else? But it's a honeydew list. Honeydew, one of my favorite fruits, except when it's a list. The honeydew this and honeydew that. Okay? So Randy is hiding and... No, Roy is hiding and Randy is laughing at him. Roy, she's going to get you. Yep, she's going to get you. He's right. He's absolutely right. Hey, he's in here. If you're wondering where Roy went, he's in here, okay? Here he is. I sold you down the river, Roy. So, here's Charles. I was just talking about you, Charles. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get back to you. I just don't trust these guys to leave them loose. Sorry. And when I'm in the garage or in the room right off the garage, the Wi-Fi is just, I should put in, well, I don't go there often. I was going to say put in an access point. So, anyway, that's my excuse and my apology, all rolled up into one. So, but he did go live, okay, and I think I did see part of it, and then I got called. Peter, and I don't want them coming in my bedroom, okay. My bedroom is my private sanctuary. So, Charles is still down here. He's in South Beach, which is about what, Charles? I would say about 10, 15 miles due east. South Beach is on the ocean. It's in the Miami Beach, on Miami Beach. It's a section over there. So Randy, Roy's telling Randy, wives don't get angry. They just get even. Yeah, you got to sleep with one eye open. Remember, what's his name? Well, I don't want to go there. That's nasty. Randy says, yeah, just don't go to sleep. Have one eye. There you go. See, great minds think alike. That's the way it is. Hey, Peter, I may have asked this before, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's talk about it, Jeff. I think you're spot on with that question. Why didn't you put the rest of the question in there? Now you've got me. I'm the curious type, okay? Not that I'm nosy, but I'm damn nosy, all right? What did Jeff want to ask? So he will get around to it. And that's okay. Never be worried about asking me a question. Am I actually dangerous to anybody? Seriously? I mean, you guys have known me for a while now, maybe? You haven't just popped in. All right. So if I am dangerous, tell me so that I know not to be dangerous, because I don't want to be dangerous. Well, maybe with the women. Maybe I should be dangerous with women. Maybe they like that. I'm only being sassy. The Jimmy Dean type thing, you know. James Dean, not Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean is the sausage. Can you tell what I have on my mind? I want to be dangerous like Jimmy Dean. That's actually funny. It struck a funny bone. I'm sorry. I love this new contraption. My face is turning red. I think I'm blushing. Or is it the shirt that's turning red? So, hi, Carlos. I sent you a big, long apology for not showing up. You never answered, so I figured you were peeved. Okay. Hey, Peter. Hi, Carlos. Hey, Peter. Hi, Carlos. Hi, everybody. Can you record with the Ninja 5? Yes. That's what it's made for. So I got a feeling that's not your real question. So let me expound on that. So you can record the Ninja 5, to answer your question really quick, has an HDMI in and an HDMI out. So you could pass through it and go to the camera, or you can go into it and not have an output at all, just HDMI in, and record directly into the Ninja. So to elongate even further, you can only record in ProRes, and I use ProRes LT, which is the lowest level, which is like maybe 4 times or 5 times as good as recording in H.264 or H.265. But it is a big file, and you do have to record onto an SSD drive, an external SSD drive. So there's 2 ways to handle that. Boy, you got me going on that. Okay, you buy a caddy, and it's a box. You unscrew it with little jeweler's screws, and you mount the drive in there and close it up. So this caddy is meant to protect the SSD drive. So you slide the caddy in to the Ninja. Then you could buy a receiver that plugs into your computer. So you slide it there. So you basically have 2 places to slide that SSD that's inside of its cartridge. One is into the Ninja, and one is into a receiver, kind of like a card reader, but it's an SSD card reader. Okay, so I think I covered everything. So yes, you can record. You can use it as a monitor only. You can use it as a recording only, or you can use it as a pass-through. So like on the Nikon, when we get back there, Randy did send me something so I can actually see myself. It's a mirror that mounts on the hot shoe. But if I didn't have that, I could actually put the Ninja 5 on there, plug the camera into the Ninja 5. From the Ninja 5, go into my gobbledygook that I got going on here. So I think I tried to cover everything, and then he's going to go, but what color is it? Yeah, you can ask me whatever questions. I'm here. Roy says, Randy, it's midday here. I have to choose between a shoot, a wife's chairs, and this chat. Guess what I chose? Oh my God, Roy, you're going to make me blush. Jeez. Well, actually, when I think about it, it's your wife going to pick up some chairs or spending some time with good old Peter. I think you made the right choice. And here's my buddy, my Sammy. He's mine. Sammy is all mine. And he just did... No, I clicked on Sammy. And Sammy just did a film. Yes, like a short film. It's on Sammy Superstar on his channel. Now, don't pick on him, okay? Everybody makes some mistakes. I make mistakes. I go on. I'm not live. I don't have the mic on. Blah, blah, blah. All that kind of crap, okay? So we're not looking for it to be exquisitely perfect, but he got damn close, okay? So, and I also gave him an idea for the sequel. He wasn't planning a sequel. All right, so, hi, Sammy. Love you, big guy. Hello to Joey. Hello to, shouldn't have kept maybe Alex? Is that possible? But I love Joey. He's got a Tesla. Now, don't tell me Alex has a Tesla, too. It's like, what do you guys have in the water up there in Jersey? So Roy says, shush. Shush. Hi, Roy. Hi, Roy. Mrs. Bixby, he's in here with me. He's holding my hand because I'm afraid. So he's got a job to do right now. Okay. Sorry, Roy. Didn't mean to sell you out. Sammy says, how? How now, brown cow? How is everybody doing? They're doing good. All of them. They're all here. So, Randy, you went and ate and came back already? Dang. Ziti. I love the ziti. A garden salad and lambrusco. Oh, who doesn't like lambrusco? No dessert? How can you go to Italian place and not get a dessert because they do not have curb service? Well, you know, you can spend a few bucks and go inside and eat and relax. So did you bring it home? Oh, you ate at the... that's where they bring a wheelbarrow and bring you to your parked car. No, do they use like a wheelbarrow to bring the food to your car and you eat in the car? That's... who does that? A lot of places were like that in my age. They actually, you put your window down and it hooks on the side door and the food goes, the whole tray hooks on your door. So you sit there and eat. You can actually do that. Some of the movie theaters, the drive-in movie theaters had it. So I hope you enjoyed your food, Randy. I really do's. I really do's. Sammy says, I got something new. I got a Zoom H4n Pro for my short films. Wow, you went right to the top. H4n Pro. Sammy, can I touch you? You're hot. He sizzles. He's got an H4n. You're going to be able to hide that, right? Because that was one of the weak areas was the audio. So what you probably want to do is get the H4n Pro somewhere where it would pick up the person unless they were walking. But you can get the Saramonic. Next time you go to B&H, it allows you to put two people, and you can put it on two different tracks. I did that. I screwed it up royal because I forgot to plug in. Well, I actually plugged it in. Okay, so it comes default set to mono. Okay, so mono takes the two different mics that you can clip on here, or you can hide. You can open up the shirt, stick your hand down in there and put a mic, or you can go up the bottom, you know, up where the shirt is at the bottom and slide your hand all the way up and clip it on the inside, okay? But you do have to test. You've got to put the headphones on, okay? So that's the Saramonic, and it'll actually put both people on one channel. That's called mono. Now, if you switch the mode of the receiver to stereo, which I did all of this properly, okay? It'll put one guy on the left channel and the other guy on the right channel. So let's say you've got somebody that's a little bit shy and they kind of talk like this, and this is Sammy directing. A little bit louder. What he's trying to tell him is have some confidence, grow a pair, dude, you know? So he's telling him a little bit louder, but the guy keeps talking like this. So if it's a separate channel, you could raise the one channel without overmodulating the other guy that's boisterous like me, that talks too damn loud. Okay? So there we go. So congratulations on that, Sam. I bet you're happy. Everybody's happy when they buy. Okay, so over here. I forgot what I was going to tell you. But I was going to tell you something over here. I really was. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I'm going to have some more tea. And Randy told me that the Z6 Mark II, they updated the firmware and it'll actually do 60p, which is something I like to do. So, that's interesting. So, Roy, I got a tip that you're in here. You're under arrest. Oh, your wife is putting you in handcuffs. Well, this could turn out fun, actually. Hi, Peter. Hi, Ray. I love you, Ray. Thank you for being here. You got the best, a lot of things, actually. I was going to just pick out one, but I do that every time. Why don't I just say you are the best? I just freaking love you, and thank you for coming in here. Even though you're on the wrong coast. You're supposed to be in Florida, not in California. You make money over there, you pay it. How much did you make? You pay it all in taxes. Nothing to do with politics, just the damn taxes. So actually, I had read a report that I don't remember if it was millions or hundreds of thousands of people have left California, and it was due to the tax situation. They need to straighten that out because what a gorgeous state. I love watching the videos where they go to the beach in the morning. Wow, that is just awesome. So Jerry's in here. Hi, everybody. You were testing me, weren't you? You were testing me. I'm going to call you Brian by accident, and then you're going to go, that damn kid can't remember my name. I remember. I love you. Thank you for being in here. So Charlie is here. Charles, I think he told me he didn't like Charlie. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Quick question for you, Peter. I'm using Ecamm, but my chat bubbles do not show on the playback. Is there a setting on Ecamm for that? Well, if you could see them here, like I could see them right now, okay, they're getting recorded. Let me think 1 second. YouTube has a setting that while you're live, it's going to show you what Ecamm is shoving out the door. Okay, so let me turn on my demo mode real quick. Okay. All right, so now you guys can see my whole screen, everything. You can see me all the way down to my socks. I'm not wearing socks. All right. So over here, when you have, see where my mouse is? It's on my nose. Follow your nose wherever it goes. Okay. Now, if I take the mouse off, I lose all the icons. So put your mouse on, go to the gear, okay? The gear is a shortcut to your settings. So I'm going to close that real quick to show you, okay? Actually, all these icons run all of Ecamm. You don't have to come up here and pull down the pull-down menus. It's actually quicker, but to each his own. I like chocolate ice cream. You might like vanilla ice cream. So if you go to the gear, it takes you to the settings. Now, in the settings, this is where if you go all the way down to the bottom, it says automatically hide the comments after 35 seconds. All right, if you don't have that turned on, the comments are going to come on until you actually turn them off manually. Okay, a lot of people just want them up for a few seconds, like 10, 15 seconds. I like it up a little longer so I have time to read it, to be honest with you. As a matter of fact, I've been meaning to move this up to 40. Okay, so now it's up to 40. So then you just hit the red button and you're back. Okay, so now let's come out of the demo mode. It's called the demo mode. I don't know why. It actually should be full screen. All right, now you see my full screen. Now over in, I don't know if I can get there from here, but over in the YouTube studio, under the control, it's a black window, I think. If you go and you've got on the upper right, you've got a button up there that says edit, click that button, okay? This is in YouTube, not in Ecamm, all right? When you click that button, there's settings. I actually use those settings, all right? So that's where you can make it. So this show right now is set up so that you cannot comment unless you're a subscriber. That so far has kept the porn out. And I've made it so there's no delay either. So you can make it so a person has to subscribe, and then they have to be a subscriber for 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes or a day before they can subscribe or before they can comment in your chat. It's your choice. Or you could say there's no waiting duration at all. So I have no waiting duration at all. So I'm using that as a filter to keep the porn sites from hammering me, because they're not going to take the time to actually subscribe. So unless a person is subscribed, and this is in the YouTube back room, not on the Ecamm back room. So unless a person is subscribed, they can't make a comment. You can also turn on slow mode there, where you could say a person cannot put a comment every more than X number of seconds. So you could pick like from 10 seconds to 60 seconds or whatever. By the way, Sly, if you're listening, I don't use that anymore. I don't get the porn. Now, if you don't want somebody to go and say something too quickly, then you do turn that on. It restricts a person from making like 4 or 5 comments real quick. That's the purpose of it. All right, so that's the setting 2 and setting 3. Setting 1 might be what you asked me about, Charles. Okay, setting 1 says on the reprocessed or the replay, show the live content. And if you don't check that on, it'll reprocess your live stream, but it will not show you your live content. Okay, they'll be gone. We can get on the phone. I don't know if they're going to show up tomorrow or not. I won't know till the morning. So if not, whatever. Oh, but you've got company. So at the beginning of the week. Okay. So Jeff. Oh, Jeff, I'm just trying to make you smile, buddy. Okay. I know you're probably more of a serious guy, and I'm probably the silliest thing you've ever seen, but that's just who I am. That's how I stay happy. I just stay silly. And some people cannot handle that at all. I could think of somebody very, very, very close to me that cannot handle the silliness. It all has to be like I'm speaking to them lawyer to lawyer. Okay? I'm not like that. I'm not like that at all. Okay? I could be serious if I have. You've seen me long enough. Sorry about the comments I hit enter before I finished. You never have to say you're sorry to me. Was it something I said, Jeff, and you left? I'm sorry. Please come back. It's my 40-second timeout, okay? I was in the Video Pros store, saw the Rode Lab mic. So my question is this. Can I also use the external mic? Can I use this? Can I also use the external mic, on the GoPro Plus 2 as well? There's something about the GoPro that's unique, and I don't know what it is. I don't think the GoPro allows you to plug directly. I think they force you to buy a dongle. I think that's the best word, but I'm not sure. Sly might know better because she's been through that size, and Randy might be through that size, and whoever else is in here. Okay, so can you, Shane, if you're on, Shane came here with his Rode mics. Now you could buy that Rode mic as a 1-fer or 2-fer. So the 2-fer means you can get 2 mics for 2 different people. So when Shane, Geeky Nerdy Techie, came here, he brought his Rode mic. And it was the lav mic, not the one that you slide in the hot shoe. I think you're talking about the one in the hot shoe. Okay, but I'm not sure. But I do believe reading where one of the negatives to the GoPro is in order, they got this weird thing. I'm not gonna give you my interpretation of it. And the weird thing is the camera is not plug-inable very easily. You have to buy intermediate dongles. Somebody needs to correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to tell Jeff the wrong thing. So that is what I'm saying. But if you get that dongle, any mic will work that can be plugged in. That's the purpose of buying that dongle. Okay. I lost my place, so I'm kind of stalling. That's why I use the star system. It lets me know where was the last comment. That's something that Ecamm needs to do. Once I show a comment, it needs to show another color, become another color. Just for me, okay? Just become another color. And this way I'll know that all the yellows, I have actually put them up already. I mean, is that hard to do? It's a request. But I'm making to you guys. None of you own Ecamm, do you? And I don't think Glenn or Ken waste their time playing with me, watching me at all. But I am friendly with the guys. They're very nice guys, really, honest to God. They're very, very nice. So Roy's saying, careful, I'll get petered out. Uh-oh. It could be a good thing. Depends on how you look at it. You can't hook food on my car door. That's where the camera goes. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But they didn't have these cameras back then, right? Uh, I'm telling your comment, but I didn't put it up. You know, this tea is addicting. There's no caffeine. It's hibiscus tea. I make it really strong. So I put 2 or 3 tea bags. I boil it for a good 5-10 minutes. Then I turn it off, let it cool down. Okay? Then I put it in a pitcher and put the pitcher in the refrigerator. I also add the sugar while it's boiling. Okay? And I over sugar it. But because I'm on carnivore or keto, low carb, low sugar, I don't use sugar. I try to count the sugar that I eat during the day. And that's one track. And a separate track, I try to eat healthier, which means no what do they call it? Seed oils. So if the oil that you're using to cook with or anything is a seed oil, don't use it. How about if I just do the reverse? Use olive oil or coconut oil. Nothing else. That's the only 2 oils you should be using. Now I just simplified it for you. Because the other oils are inflammatory. So remember, there's 2 reasons to go on the low-carb diet, low-sugar diet. One is to lose weight, and that's a wonderful, fantastic, thank you, Jesus moment of a blessing, okay? But the other is to fix things that are going on in your body, like inflammation and liver problems and joint problems and skin problems, okay? That is a reason to go, and for that, you actually go heavy carnivore, which means meat only. And it's red meat or fatty meat is a better way to say it, okay? Because no, a chicken breast is not acceptable unless you include the skin. So I've been taught all my life, don't eat the skin, Peter. It's bad for you. So it's hard for me to eat the skin. But then when I eat a steak or something and it's got the fat, that's hard for me to do too. But my body fires on fat, not on sugar, because I'm depriving it of sugar. So by doing that, arthritis, headaches, low energy, liver problems, heart problems, I can't pee problems, I'm constipated, all of that is caused by inflation. Inflammation. It probably is caused by inflation too. That was a Freudian slip, and oops, but it worked good there, right? So I really did start the low sugar for health reasons, honestly. I wasn't thinking of losing weight. The losing weight was like actually what inspires me, because I'm hovering around 148 to 154 pounds, up and down, depending on what time of the day I eat. And I'm starting, I don't want to say cheat a little bit, because that's going to put me in a frame of mind that I'm on a diet. And once I think I'm on a diet, I derail. I really do. So I have done carnivore, meaning I have eaten meat and eggs, and for a long time. And then all of a sudden, for a week, I added some fruit. Now, fruit is high in sugar. It's a no-no, okay? But I wanted some fruit. And it's a natural, not it's not a produced or whatever they call it, processed food. Now, I didn't add the highest possible sugar fruit. Okay, I didn't start in with bananas and stuff like that. But I added strawberries, blueberries. Kiwi is a little higher, but I happen to like kiwi. And it's not like an everyday thing. It's kind of like a weekend thing. So my cheat meal would not be fun for a lot of people, okay, because it's fruit. Now, I have tried to do a cheat meal and have ice cream and stuff. And let me tell you something. I enjoyed that ice cream so much. But I paid for it. My stomach, oh my God, the stomach pains were horrible. This is not lactose intolerant kind of a pains. They were pains. Like Roy got mad at me because I told his wife where he was, and he just took and kicked me with his foot right in the belly. Okay? And sometimes it's got the feeling like you got kicked in the nuts. I'm talking about the pain. I'm not talking about the nastiness of what I'm talking about. All right? So now I look at the ice cream and I go like, dang, I want to eat that, but wow, I don't want that pain. Okay. So I have a built-in, uh, sensor. You want the ice cream? Go ahead and have it, Peter. We'll get you with pain. Okay. That's what's wrong with the vegan and vegetarian diet. All right. The vegetables are designed to protect their seed, just like animals run, they fight, they bite, they die and become food for other animals. So their protection is not their body. You can eat the animals and it's not poisonous. All right. But the seed that's in tomatoes, all of those seeds are protected. They're by design, okay, to keep animals and things that are, to keep them from being eaten. No, but nothing wants to be eaten, okay? So these guys that are vegetarian and vegan, there's no sense to arguing because it is what it is. So I have tried to add tomatoes. I happen to love tomatoes. Remember the old BLT sandwiches? I made them without the bread. Just double the mayonnaise on top, bacon, lettuce, nice thick meaty tomatoes, and you get a stomach a little bit, okay? And that stuff will cause inflammation. Inflammation is where the joints, where the heart, the liver, other things go wrong. So the low sugar diet, like Louis Lazuka, he said, Peter, I tried to eat healthy. I had a big salad for dinner. Well, I didn't tell him this, but the man is poisoning himself. And he thinks he's eating healthy. Okay? So all this is documented. It still comes down to what works with your body, honestly. So like I said, I've added fruit. I've taken fruit away. I've added tuna fish and mayonnaise. I've added ketchup. Okay, I'm still losing weight, but at a much slower level. I had a half a baked potato for dinner, with dinner last night. Okay, butter, heavy butter, sour cream, half a baked potato, and a hamburger patty that I cooked here. Very moist, because I cook them a little different than everybody else. Okay, so where did I go off on that? Oh, that was Roy. I was giving him a star because I showed his comment. And Carlos said, I purchased the H.265 upgrade for my Ninja 5, okay, for 10-bit, loving the compression. H.265, in my opinion, I should start learning to say that, is probably the sweet spot of all the different compressions. It gives you, HD4 is the main one. Just so you know, H.264. What did I say? HT4? H.264, H.264 is what's in everything. Okay, so let's see. I think I can get a piece of paper here. So I've made this analogy a few different times. Okay, so this is a file that's recorded in H.264. This is a file that's recorded in H.265. They're both compression softwares. It's in cameras, in Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere Pro. All right. So what does compression mean? Compression means it's going to make this smaller. So this is how the compression on H.264 works. It takes it. This is an analogy, okay? It folds it up. It made it smaller. It folds it up again. It made it smaller again. And then it folds it up one more time. Okay? That's what it is. Okay? Now I'm going to put this down over here. Now this is ProRes. I know we're talking about H.265, but this is ProRes. It doesn't fold it. Okay? It actually would take it the equivalent of rolling the file. So now it's compressed and it's rolled. And it's got different strengths. So I'm guessing how tight you roll the file. So this is ProRes. This is H.264. They're both compressed from the full-size sheet of paper. That would be raw. Big, 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 big. Okay? Takes a lot of room anywhere you go. All right? So now watch what happens when I unroll the the ProRes. Okay? It's got a little bit of a curve, but the file is not damaged. And after you manipulate it a little bit, you've got most of your quality, if not all of your quality back. Okay? Do you see anything wrong here? Now, when your computer or your monitor, or whatever you're looking at, uncompresses the H.264, can you tell that there's a few creases in this paper? So it actually damages the file, but not much, but a little bit. So boys and their toys, if a boy could have an option of a slightly damaged file versus a non-damaged file, which one you're going to pick? Okay, so H.265 does something similar in between, but closer to the ProRes. So it's not like smack in the middle. It's closer to ProRes. So you don't get the compression and the damaging that happens when you use an H.264 when you're using H.265. It's keeping the quality a lot more similar to the ProRes. So H.265 would actually fold it if it was folding. It's not folding, okay? It would fold it one more time. So the H.265 is actually smaller and a higher quality. And that's why I said it's the sweet spot, in my opinion. So yeah, you did good, okay? So that's excellent. No problem. And you know what? That's how you grow, is you start making your equipment do more and more. Now, if I had to say anything negative, you probably didn't need that, okay? Because ProRes is automatically 10-bit. So when you send it out of your camera, not the LT, you need to look at the compressions on ProRes and see what their features are. But I'm pretty sure the 422 and whatever the next one is above it or below it, 422 HQ are 10-bit on ProRes. And then as you go down, I believe it drops down to 8-bit. But don't take that as gospel, because it's been a long time since I looked at the specs for ProRes. So, but that's good. It's fun. Good for you. So you're are you using the high quality mode in your Ecamm, first of all? That is critical, okay? Let's go back to the full right here. Okay, now you can see everything. I'm going to click on the gear. I'm going to go to the stream. I believe it's stream, or is it video? Okay, see this one here, high quality? Okay, I just turned high quality off. So where I'm doing the wave, right now high quality is off. Okay, so you guys can actually look and see what that looks like. And you can tell down here what it thinks it's going to take. It's going to take what? Look at where my mouse is, okay? So the required megabits per second for not high quality is 4.3 megabits per second. Now watch this number right here when I turn the high quality back on. Okay, so I went from 4 to 12. You think there's a little more quality in there? Okay, now that also applies to your recordings. So you need to have that high quality on. Okay, now if you wind up in a hotel room and you don't have the ability to have the proper bandwidth, that's one place you start, right there. Don't go changing all your settings. Go turn the high quality off. You'll still be getting everything the way you set it up, and it'll be taking, what, 65%, 2/3 less bandwidth, which is telling you the quality that's being pumped out. That's the science right there. So you can actually see it in black and white. Okay, so where did I leave off? That was Carla. Congratulations on your Ninja 5. So did you buy the Ninja 5 Plus upgrade? Or did you buy an upgrade for the Ninja 5 that they allow you to do more? I think that's two different things. Okay. I think I kind of answered my own question, so you don't have to answer that one unless you really, unless the feeling. So Roy says, I put a lav mic on a drone and passed the wife. The language would need to be censored. Okay. Ray is, yeah. I'm probably paying a lot in taxes, but the California geography, whoa. And climate can't be beat. We have the most populated state for a reason. Florida is in my travel bucket. You going to come see me, Ray? I want you to come here. I want you to come here. I know you're tall, and I'm really short, so it's going to be funny. But we'll sit in the chairs, okay? I'll bring a chair over here, and I'll feed you. Tell me what kind of food you like. You on a special diet? That is good. Jeff, you going to come over from Brisbane? Peter, I was in the middle of a mess I made. Then you came on. Thank God. Yippee. Now I have an excuse to stop cleaning the mess I made in trying to find something I put away for. Oh my God. You know, Jeff, there's like a saying in Greek that does not translate in English, but it's I put it in an obvious spot so I could see it at any time I want. Okay? In Greek, it's to evala prochiro. Okay? In other words, I put it up front is like a direct translation, but it's got more flavor. There's more juice to that steak than I put it up front. But it basically means so that I don't lose my kazoo, I want to put it like right up here. And you know, those are the hardest things to find. I put them prochiro. Okay, everybody say pro, like bro, but do it with a little bit of a Latin flair. Pro, hero, like a hero, but a Latin flair. So prochiro. I put it prochiro. I put it up front so that I don't lose it. So you want to know what I lost? I lost the remote control of my car, to the garage. Okay? I put it so I would not lose it, and now I can't find it. And I took my bedroom apart. And if that thing doesn't look like a tornado hit that room, you ain't got no senses. So I know what you're going through. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Wait, how does Carlos do it? I forgot. He does it the best. Okay, so Carlos would say, you're right. No, he does a lot better than you're right. Okay. So Sammy is saying, I'm using the H4n and the Sennheiser 600 shotgun mic. Good combo. And good stuff, too. All of it. The audio wasn't the best because you don't have to explain, Sammy. I'm not picking on you, sweetheart. I love you. Okay? I'm so happy you made a film. I'm not picking, so don't get defensive. Okay? I know that your personality normal in New Jersey. It's like you dropped a piece of paper on the floor. Hey, no, I didn't. You know, that's Jersey. I'm so happy with what you made, the quality. And think of how many parts it took to make that. You had to record it. You had to direct the actors. You had to make them say the things on time and in the right way. You had to record the audio. You had to record the video. You had to get the lighting. You had to set up the camera from one angle to the other angle. Then when all of that gets done, plus more, then it goes into the cutting room. Now you've got to do editing. You've got audio editing. You've got video editing. Then you've got to do the clips. You've got to put it all together. And you did all of that and then some. And you think I'm going to pick on you for anything at all? No. I am so proud of you for what you did. So you're cool. You are cool times 2. You're what they call a superstar. You should change your name, Sammy, and call yourself Sammy Superstar. Oh, you already are. Well, I'm a little slow. Carlos says, sorry I didn't get back to you. I just got busy. Don't worry about it. I'm not important. I'm insignificant. Wasn't that part of the video that you did? Boy, that video, Carlos has another channel, and I forgot the name of it, so you could put the name here if you want. And it's designed specifically like a church group for support for the men. Okay? It's not for the women. The women go away. Goodbye. Go have a banana split. But there's women's group. The churches have men's group and women's group. And this way, this is a place where the women can get together and talk about things that bother them that are specific to being a wife or a woman or dating or something from the woman's point of view. And the men have the same thing. And Carlos is involved in that. Okay? So he has a channel aimed strictly for that. And this got Sly aggravated because it's like, why are you leaving me out? Well, watch it, Sly. Nobody said you can't watch it. But I hate to tell you, biologically, you're not a man. I think you could prove that, okay? But I want to be. Well, no, you don't. You want to be a woman. And that is what the mentoring group in the church that Carlos is in is to help mentor the men to be men. Because men become lazy. And I think the title of it is Your Mama Wants You to Do More Than Play Videos in Her Basement. Okay? So it means you got to grow up. So it brought in so many conflicting things as I watched it. And he had a guest on there, Jim, which at first I thought Jim was like, I don't want to say a bump on a log, but it wasn't like, he's not charismatic. Okay, I would be a little bit more flamboyant, and Jim would be more. I actually thought the frame froze because Jim will wait for you to respond, and he'll do it like this. And I'm thinking, you better breathe. If you don't breathe, we got troubles coming up, okay? So that would be the opposite of boisterous. I don't know what you would call me. One of those words. Be nice, okay? So I did watch it. It's over an hour, but it is packed. So he will put the name there eventually. You look at the chat here, and I hope he's still here. But the group is designed for the men to mentor other men that need help to basically grow up, and how to be a man to your children, how to be a man to your wife, and not discard that. Many times there'd be a husband and a wife, and the husband doesn't take the role of the man, and the wife has to step up and do it, and she becomes the mother and the father, and that's not fair to her. So that's what these groups are designed to do, to mentor the men. Hey, pick up your weight, get in there, But of course, it's not done like that. Nobody'd show up to the meeting. So it was an excellent thing. I just got to give you a big thumbs up on that. That doesn't mean it didn't get me mad, okay? I have some pet peeves, and you actually tapped on 2 of them. But you know what? Sometimes, Carlos, you've got to pick your battles, and it's kind of like not worth it to get into those battles. But the reason that it makes me a little bit passionate is on those particular battles that I'm speaking about, many times I have to clean up the mess. And it makes me angry when I see people introducing that mess as if it's a reality, okay? Now, obviously, the person on the other side of whatever argument I'm making, they would not be in agreement with me. They would say things from, you're off your rocker, okay, to the Bible clearly says, so on and so forth, okay? But I am a human, so I do have the right to have an opinion, Don't let if you break your pinions, your steering is going to go out. So Jeff says, I may come across very serious, but I'm very much like you in a lot of ways. That's why I enjoy the Friday nights. Good. I'm happy to see that. That means you're happier and sadder. Because the people, like, what do they say? You never know when the clown is sad. I get sad. Yeah, I really do. Can fall into a depression. I tried to kill myself, but not purpose. I tried to have someone else do it. I'll tell you that story one day. It's a funny story today. It wasn't a funny story then. And the people that I went to do the dastardly deed, okay, wound up being the heroes. So it's a very, very unique story. But seeing how we have just hit 11 o'clock, I'm not going to go starting on something new. I wanted to show you my pictures. And I'm so excited with talking to you guys. And FunnelFest is here. How you doing? And he's saying hi. And Roy's saying his vegan diet is great with a steak on the side. Absolutely. Gonna film Meg tomorrow doing her Japanese tea ceremony in Little Tokyo. Ooh. Is this gonna be filmed or broadcast live? That should be fun. If you got any questions, call me. After the show is over, call me on the phone. I would love to get my 2 cents where they don't belong. You know how people like to do that? FunnelFest says, my cheat is a tub of blueberries. That's about your cheat on keto or carnivore. When you have no sugar, they taste so good, and yes, they do. So what am I going to have? When I get off tonight, all right, I buy the big bag of frozen strawberries from Costco, okay? They are the biggest and the freshest of all. I've tried the Dole, I've tried the Publix, I've tried the Kroger, all the frozen strawberries, and then you try Costco, frozen strawberries. Oh my God. It's in a world, it's like if the other things are strawberries, these are not strawberries, okay? So I take out about 5 or 6 strawberries and I put them in a bowl, and I did that at about 8 o'clock. So they're going to be completely thawed. Now I'm going to take 2 or 3 tablespoons, healthy size tablespoons of sour cream. And I'm going to make a bowl of strawberries and cream. And I'm going to enjoy that tremendously. And that's my cheat. So the sugar, blueberries is the lowest in sugar and strawberries is the next. So I can't get any lower in sugar if I tried. And I don't even get the cup of whatever is on the bag for the carbohydrates. Will pull out 4 or 5 or 6 strawberries, okay? And that is my whatchamacallit, my treat. I would have eaten it here with you, but I don't want to eat in front of you. You know, it's not my style. Jeff says, I did not explain what I was trying to say. I mean that the Rode Lab mic, I can have this clipped on me so I can have the Rode Video Pro connected at the same time. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know how you're going to, when you connect the Rode to. That's what's in question for me. That's what I was trying to say. So yes, absolutely positively. So I do know you go into Sly. You can ask her that exact question. She might know about the Rode. She might not. Okay. So Randy says, hi, FunnelFest. Sorry that Peter skipped you. Did I skip him? Oh, well, I'm going off. I just read your blueberry tub. So I'm with you, buddy. I feel you. We'll have a tub of blueberries together. FunnelFest. And I didn't mean to skip anybody. Okay. Except me. I skip when I see Peter Gregg up there. Compression is better when it is not lossy. And think about that for 10 minutes. Ba, 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 ba. Roy says it shows that Roy guy chats too much. Well, I know how to slow you down. Ask me how, I'll tell you. Randy says, my problem is I hide things to keep prying neighbors, crooks, and family members from getting any ideas of acquiring my valuables. The only problem is I hide them so good I can't find the darn things anymore. I feel your pain, Randy. You know I was going to say something to you. You need to stop showing me all your damn cameras and then showing me your address as you're driving out and then driving to the end where I can see your street. Hello? Maybe you don't start the camera until you've made, let's see, you go down the block, you make a left, you make a right. After you made your next right, okay? So you make a left and a right. So after you make your first right turn, start the camera or broadcast that part. So you could broadcast coming out, okay? Because you can't take the number off your wall. So they could see the number 599, whatever it is, okay? But then you also show the street. When you get to the stop sign, you make your left. Then you go to the next stop sign, you make your right. Then you go to the main street where you take off, all right, to whatever you're going to do. don't show the part before that, because it's like, gee, why don't you just make me a list of what you have? So all I have to do is get that pen and get that paper that I folded up. I'm going to start making a list of what Randy's got in there. And I've got the address right there. And I'm only saying this to be protective of you. None of us are going to be robbing your house. None of us are in Texas. So don't worry about it. So, Roy says, I trimmed my bush hoping my deck would look bigger. Well, you misspelt the word. It's D. Never mind. You keep trimming. I believe in trimming, not shaved. Okay, but I cut my hair. I like to keep. Anyway, we're not going down that road. Roy, stop! Stop it, dude. Okay, I can't believe there's a lack of Walmarts here in Miami. Oh no, they're everywhere. Okay, there's one in Miami Shores. You could find that one. There's one where I don't recommend on Northwest 79th Street. So you just cross directly over from the beach until you get to the Walmart on 79th Street. There's even a Tesla supercharger there. There's one in, I can't think of it. Keystone Point. Okay, they're all over. They're just not close to where you are. I don't think there's a Walmart on the beach. The beach is like California. They got a weird sense of building. Remember that building collapsed? Well, you know, that says a lot. Hello. I am enjoying my tea so much. That's why I started talking about the carbs. So I boil this tea bags called hibiscus tea. I overboil them. I put the fake sugar in there to make it sweet like a sweet tea. I make it super strong. I put it and cool it down, put it in the fridge. Then I make this half water, or maybe a little more, 3/4 water. And then I fill the rest of it up with tea. That gives me a very sweet, non-bitter, sweet water. And I keep going for it. Have you seen how many times I picked this thing up tonight? That's why I said it's addicting. Sly says, I don't want to be a man. I'm very happy with my womanhood. Thank you very much. See, I'm learning. And I do watch Carlos. A lot of what he says applies to everybody. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, Sly is one of the people I was thinking of, that she had to be both mother and father. And it wasn't just for a few weeks. So she is one tough cookie. You ain't going to put nothing past her. She's both the mom and the dad. And that's quite a feat. And here is my favorite Mark in the whole wide world. Hi, Peter. How's your week going? I have gigs in Tampa, Dallas, and then New York City in September. I'm going to be really busy. I'm happy for you, Mark. That makes life exciting, right? I don't want to feel that you're bored, you know, that you're sitting there and you're bored, and you're just going to have, a brewski with the boys, because that's the highlight of your week. I know you work, okay? So I am so happy to see you traveling. It's a little bit of stress, okay? But enjoy the journey, Mark. You're a young man. You're a good-looking guy. People are going to look at you. Here's my suggestion. As soon as you open your mouth, they're going to know what you're all about. Say very little, okay? And I'm not being nasty. I'm honestly being truthful as can be, okay? So you want them to think you're super smart? Say very little, okay? So when you get with all these groups, don't talk so much. Don't be like me. That's the time to be quiet. Now, when you're home and you're having fun with your, oh my God, just go over the top. Be even worse than me, okay? But when you go to Tampa and Dallas and New York City and these people see this photographer coming in from out of state, you already have an aura about you until you open your mouth and blow it, okay? So just be quiet, talk slowly, and if you're a fast talker, slow it down, and they're going to go like, he's a good photographer, and they didn't even see one of your pictures. I'm just trying to build you up because you're a hell of a nice guy, and I love you. Yeah, I forgot to say, I love you, Mark. Thank you. So, good night, everybody. The Sleepies is taking control of my eyes, and it's after 11, which means I need to go. So, good night, Randy. If you wake up, come into Sly and say hi in there. And that reminds me, Peter, do you know of an adapter for a Sony lens manual focus to autofocus? No, I don't. Actually, Sony is one of the harder companies to buy adapters for because they've got a different flange distance. So, what is it that I wanted to say? I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, I was going to do a little a plug for me. Don't slack off on using my links. Okay, guys? If you're going to buy something, use my links because that'll help with and use Adorama. They are in some kind of a crazy mode right now where they went up from 5-6% to like 12 to 15% to get back to school. I guess maybe business is slow, okay? Actually, B&H is singing the blues too. So I've heard them complaining that their affiliates are not bringing in enough cash. So use my links. If you're going to buy anything, that's a given. If you want to bless me, use my links, okay? If you don't like me for some reason, there's a lot of people in here that are content creators. Use their links. Sly's got links. Tom Buck's got links. Randy's got links. And if he doesn't, he should. Okay? Everybody in here, go to one of them and give them the commission. So what these people do is they take the commission out regardless. All right? So what if no one is there to receive it? They give it to themselves by putting it over to the marketing department. So let's say the commission might be $8. So there's no one that claimed it. You didn't click on a Peter Gregg link or anybody else. So they still pay the commission. But since they're not paying it to anybody, that commission gets credited to the marketing department and it's their money to spend. That's how you see Amazon and B&H and everybody spending money on advertising because they pay commissions across the board. So it's like the affiliates are a necessary evil. They want to keep the money, but they know it's going to bring them in some business. So go over, click on my links at B&H, even more at Adorama. I put a lens down there that I'm looking at for this camera at Adorama, so you can give me your opinion on that. Okay, so that actually makes them keep track of who's coming from here. So Roy is talking to Sammy. Scotty says, I enjoyed the singing a few nights ago. The one that where Chris said, can we go out with a song? Is that the one you're talking about? Or was it another one? But thank you, Scott. Everybody likes to get a pat on the back. Roy says, my cheating is coffee ice cream. Mark says, I popped the bottle of wine for the Peter Gregg show. Ah, so we're good buddies. You going to fall asleep? Does wine put you to sleep? Small correction, Peter. The Daily Man, oh, that's what it is. The Daily Man isn't only for men or my church. It is focused on supporting healthy male masculinity, which women also connect with. Good for you. Thank you. Well, I got that idea from Sly, so you could blame her. How come he only wants men in there? So that's where I got, it's not my fault, it's her. It's her fault. Just like Adam did at the Garden of Eden, when God said, what'd you do wrong? It wasn't me, God, it was her. And he pointed to Eve. And so it's not my fault, Carlos. It's her fault. So it's called The Daily Man, and it's to help men to be the best at their masculinity, because they're getting feminized or they never get masculinitized. They stay boys, and boys need to grow into men. So Carlos says, unfortunately, a lot of young men are delayed with messages they are hearing today. Yeah. Is the word delayed what you meant to put there? Let me think. What else would be with a D? Unfortunately, a lot of young men are distracted with with messages they are hearing today. Derailed? Maybe derailed. Maybe it is delayed. I'm about to get corrected. Mark says the panny is giving you a blue hue to your hair, Peter. Well, I've been eating a lot of blueberries. I'm afraid to make any corrections on here because it's gotten so good that oh, Peter, put your money where your mouth is. Let's go over here and let's see. Okay, so it's flat. So if I go over to the yellow, all right, so I moved it away from the blue in Ecamm. So this is not in the camera. So tell me, did I do good or did I just screw the whole thing up? Okay. So I don't really see blue on my iPad, which is the one where I kind of like, it's like the happy medium to make everything work together. The hair is a little bit super white, but it doesn't cross into the blue. Okay. So what I just did is I moved the slider more towards the yellow on Ecamm. So now I need everybody to go like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. It is what it is. I can put it back. It's a simple click, just like that. Okay. So Sammy is talking to Roy and Carlos is talking to Sly, who will be starting in less than 15 minutes. That's why I have to go. And Shane, I think of you a lot. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, Shane, big moves. He moved out of a little house to a big house. And he's got a lot of projects going on with his recordings for cameras, recordings for guitars. And he is, you know, he's somebody that you want to look up to. So Roy says there's just the right number of Walmarts here, 0. They're not in Australia? So Mark says, good advice. I'll keep that in mind. Say less. I'm glad you received that well, because as I was saying it, I'm thinking like, oh my God, he might take this wrong. And I really didn't mean it wrong. I meant it like, as you're from out of town, so it looks like they're bringing in the big guns. So the only way for them to know that you're not the big guns is when you start talking. That's the only thing I was trying to say. All right. And I want you to keep that stately, I'm the expert composure, because you are. That's why I said you're a beautiful man. I want you to reap the rewards. Roy is talking to Sammy about the Mega adapter that Sammy asked about. Jim says, got my green tea with honey and lemon. And he's relaxing. Good. That's something that we need to do, is relax. And Jim says he is ready for Sly. And speaking of Sly, here is where she will be. That's her link. So you guys do a copy or whatever. So you can go over there. Charles says, I hope you know that links are going away on YouTube. Okay. That's what Charles says. It's not what I say. Okay. And Sly says, when I order the Osmo 4, I'll use your link. Thank you. That is good. Okay. So really, Charles, I hadn't heard anything about it. Okay. So look for... She explained it. Links, some links are going away. But the links that we are enjoying, I don't believe are going away. Okay? And the links are going away for the shorts. But the regular formats like we're doing now and the pre-recorded, we're going to find out because it starts this month. So we'll know. And other people will start talking about it. So by saying a blanket statement that links are going away, the sky is falling, that's not true. Okay, so on the banner, you're able to put a link now. Okay, so that's getting changed, and it got interpreted that they're taking the link away. So in your banner, now you can only link a hot link to yourself. So I can't link to something else in the banner, my YouTube banner for my channel. Okay. The links that are going to go into the shorts are going to be, that's what's actually really going to go away completely. Okay. I'm sure they got a reason for it. Now, the links that are in the description, I believe those are not getting touched at all. All right. And if they do, when I find out, I'll tell you. Charles Richard will tell you. Tom Buck will tell you. Sly will tell you. We'll all start telling everybody about it. So Ecstasy is saying hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Love you. Love that avatar. Cool beans avatar. Roy says, I'll use the link. I haven't bought a lens or camera in over a week. Well, be nosy. Go see what these people are writing about these cameras, lenses, and stuff. I mean your spiritual channel, not the talking channel. Oh, that one. Yeah, I wanted to do a little practice, and it sounded like I was practicing, right? It wasn't that good. But I enjoyed doing it, and it doesn't get very many views, maybe 5. So I see no reason to stop, okay? Just because I don't sing all that well, that does. Now, if I had 100,000 people watching it, I probably would put a little more effort into it. But it's just, it kind of like, oh, what do you call that, Carlos, when you just sigh and you just let loose? That's what the singing does for me. Ecstasy says, how do you like the S5 Mark II? I'm loving this camera. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I actually have another channel. It's called Peter Greg, okay, without the word live. If you look underneath like this one here, actually it's in the description. There's a link to it. I just did a video on the big channel. Do I recommend this to you? Really? You know, let's say you don't even have a Panasonic anything. Do I recommend this to you? Or if you already have one, do I recommend this as an upgrade? Do I recommend you leave your Canon and come over here to the Panasonic? Do I recommend you leave your Sony? So that video is up there, and it's on the big channel, and it's one of the latest 1, 2, or 3 videos. So, Peter, I remember when you did the same as Randall. You showed up where you lived when you did a late night drive. Yeah, that wasn't so smart. And when you left home, the name and street address is where you were. Be careful. It's important for us to be careful, and that's why we got to call each other out, because I don't have any shields up with you guys. Nothing. I don't even think in terms of safety, and that's not a good thing. So, thank you. Carlos says, we have a word for young married men who are struggling with health masculinity. Delayed adolescence. I have a word for it too. It's not puberty, it's poverty. Mine was a joke. Carlos's was not. Okay. Roy says, if I shot more video, I definitely would get an S5 Mark II. And you would use my links. And on that note, well, I got 1 more minute. Mark says, yes, better. Oh, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. If you were here, I'd give you a hug, and you go, oh, don't touch me. Just get your damn hug. I'm not dangerous. I'm 70 years old. Get a, that's what you need. It's a lot of guys need a hug. Sly, white hair is ridiculously hard to get the right lighting, right? If you go cool white for the hair, it makes the skin tone look pale. The skin tones look pale. My solution is to just wear a hat. Boy, if you didn't say a mouthful there. I texted you the other day, Peter. Sorry for the slow reply. Oh, yeah, you did. It was in the middle of the night. I didn't see it till the morning. And instead of replying, I rolled over and went back to sleep. Sorry. I owe you a reply. Okay. The Panasonic S5 II isn't blue anymore. It's red. Shorts can go. I don't watch the shorts, Roy, honestly. It's got a big following. I mean, look at how many millions they've got. I don't see red. There is a blue hue. Maybe it's my iPhone. That's all right. I'm gonna look at this, and if I didn't like it, moving it over to the yellow, I'll just put it back to where it is. Carlos says, you're a crack up, Roy Bixby. Yes, you are. Ecstasy says, oh, where can I find this video? I'm pulling my hair to find the camera. Okay, I'll make it easy for you. Okay, if you could afford the S5 Mark II, it's $2,000. And if you're a decent shopper, use my links. How many times do I have to say it? Okay, because it benefits me. Then buy this camera. It's better than any other camera you can buy right now. It attacks the major issues. Now, I did not say that there is not some other good cameras, because there is some fantastic cameras out there. This camera gives you the most for your buck. It's there for you to grow into for things you haven't even thought of. Do you know what a LUT is? You do or you don't? Well, let's say you don't. Well, this camera is already waiting for you to discover LUTs, like boys discover girls, okay? Once they discover the girls, that's their new sport, all right? Well, once you discover a LUT, it's amazing what you can do with LUTs. So if you buy one of the other cameras, they'll allow you to do LUTs, okay? But it's not in the camera, although one of them, I think the Sony just introduced that, but I don't think it's on the market yet, all right? How about anamorphic? Might you ever grow an anamorphic in a year or two? Well, it's waiting for you in this camera. How about if you get frustrated from overheating? You're all of a sudden not inside anymore, but you're walking around outside and your stinking camera's overheating. This one's got a built-in fan. Well, how about if you want full frame because you want more depth of field? Well, by golly, this camera's full frame. What if you want you don't want a recording limit? Most of them don't have them nowadays anyway. Well, by golly, this camera doesn't have it. How about if you want one of the best image qualities? By golly, this is right up there with the best of the best. So, bang for the buck. I own it. Why do you think I own it? Because I'm a stupid purchaser? I own it because it does what I want it to do. And most of us in here as content creators, recorders of all different kinds of things, from our own children to our teenage girls and boys in sports, to our adult children that have children, to going to a birthday party, to having a focus system that's just second to none. It's all in this camera, okay? So look in the description, Ecstasy. You've got to go way down until where you find my other channels, okay? So the simplistic thing is @PeterGreg. Just do a search in YouTube for the @ and then Peter, Greg, and ba-dum, bang, boom, push-a-bing, you got it, okay? Yeah, I'm just trying to make a point that the camera is there for you to grow into. Got a full-size HDMI port. I didn't even mention that. So, and the full-size HDMI port will allow you to record inside the camera and in the HDMI port at the same time. So it's just all sitting there, okay? Roy says, girls are a lot more fun than LUTs, and that's why we never grow up. We just don't want to play with the LUTs, right? All right, guys, time for me to say goodnight. 1 minute early. It's almost 11:30. I love you. Use my links. And if you're watching this on the reprocessed, whatever it is, put a chat. Say hello to Peter, the good old man that you're watching right now. All right, love you. Goodbye. Mwah!